What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and as of today, March 7th, the new Game Plus update for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 has dropped. And I just want to give my thoughts on the fact that it took so long for this game to drop, but is it too late that this update has dropped already? I mean, it's better to have it and not have it at all, of course, but at this point in the game's history, this game's lifespan, how much is this really going to do, really? Like, because of course, New Game Plus, it also comes with Mission Select, and it also has 2 new skins, which, being honest, the Miles one looks complete garbage, but that's besides the point. And so it's like, this game launched in October. It is now March now. At this point in Marvel Spider-Man in 2018, we was almost done with all the DLC at this point. And now we're just getting New Game Plus. It's showing the red flags of Sony overwhelming Insomniac with all the other DLC and stuff and all the other games that they have in the pipeline, right? Because this is a decent sized studio. Of course they put out good quality games, but as we saw when they did like Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that, when you force them to make a game make the franchise as frequent as they want, the quality goes down. And this is the #1 example of that. And also the game story was not even all that. So it was like, it's not one of the games where I'm even that interested to replay the story, if I'm being honest. Of course, Mission Select, you can select your mission so you can skip past certain points, but I get, like, it comes at a time where it's like, I don't really care. Like, well, like, if you had your PS5 unhooked, would you hook it back up just to replay Marvel Spider-Man 2? I don't know, and that's the question. Like, that's for you to interpret. Like, me personally, I don't really know, because the PS5 right now is just a paperweight, if I'm being honest. It's right next to me. I haven't turned it on since October. Like, there is nothing in the PS5 family that interests me, and that's just me personally. The game installed and stuff like that, so I might check it out, but it's just, at this point in time, hopefully when this update, by the time you see this video, I will be playing it, but because I'm recording it the night before. By the time I played the update, maybe it gives more signs of when the DLC be dropping, and hopefully the DLC isn't so far along. Like, if the DLC is in like June or July, and you know how to like split it up in parts. Come on, they ain't gonna give us the whole DLC at once, you know what I mean? They're gonna split it up. It's probably gonna be a 3-parter once again. If they give us the first one in July, I'm really gonna start looking around like, bro, like, what are we doing here? Because by the time we finish with the DLC, it's gonna be a whole year after the game launch. At worst, I'm saying this is at worst. After the game launch, it's like, bro, okay, this is something that can't be sustained going further. Because why would I buy a game day one if you won't get all the content until like a year later? It's kind of horrible. I'm not, like, it could be worse. It could be Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League, but right now the current state of the game is not at its best. Like, the game works, but it's just like meh, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm not excited to replay this game. I kind of want to see what's new. You tease all these things in the game, of course fans are going to want to be excited. And I know people are going to attribute to, oh, the studio was leaks, there was leaks, but the game, when it released, it was at like a we was asking for these content to be dropped, and now we're finally getting it after months. It's like, okay, you really need to start, like, you know, doing more, you know. And it kind of feels bad because, like, you know, they have all these games lined up that they have to release. Like, Wolverine's supposed to be dropping next year or 2026. I forgot which one it was. And then you have the X-Men game, and then you have the Venom game, then you have Spider-Man 3, and it's like, Jesus, it's like, when are you gonna have time to focus on the games you already released then? Like, it's like, when are you gonna have time to drop the other stuff you want to drop? Like, I feel like the more we get further along, we're gonna see the quality drop less and less. And even Sony said it, like, you're not gonna reach the quality that you want with this game, and it was shown. It was definitely shown with all the cut content that they have. It's definitely shown, but it's gonna reach a point where it's like a more ugly light or is being shed on like this game franchise if like the third game is as messy and as lacking in content as the second game was, or, you know what I mean, compared to the first game. Yeah, it feels like a slippery slope we're going down, and I'm afraid that, let's say, a Spider-Man game won't underperform, but let's say any other game that they release underperforms, it's going to turn like Insomniac into like a super Spider-Man only superhero company. And you saw Rocksteady, when developers are stuck in a niche of making the same types of games, where like a third-person superhero game, it's gonna be to a point where people are gonna want to leave. They don't want to do it. They're gonna leave, and it's already layoffs and all this stuff is happening as a moment. You're gonna bring new people in, and it might not mesh with what you want to do, and the next the fans are left out of it. But those are my thoughts. This is just a quick little video about the current state of the Marvel Spider-Man 2, and let me know down below. Are you replaying the game? Are you excited? Are you enjoying it? Or are you like, I don't really care until the DLC drops? And I'll be in the comments. I do read all the comments, even though some of them be kind of wild, but be kind of wild. But if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I upload basically every day, and I'm out. Peace.